guys, welcome to our channel. My name's Alicia and this is my dog Zaya. She is currently perched up looking outside, but that's all right. If you do not already, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon. That way, every time we post a video, you get notified. With that being said, let's get started on today's video. Happy Earth Day, everyone! Even though every day is really Earth Day. But today, April 22nd, is the established Earth Day given by Governor Gaylord Nelson in 1970 in order to raise awareness of where the world is now and how we need to shift in order to save our planet. So today I'm going to go over some helpful tips and tricks. I kind of don't want to go into the negative aspect of, you know, what's going on. I plan on doing another video a little bit later that kind of dives deep into why it's so important to save the earth and why it needs saving. But today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. It being Earth Day, I think it's appropriate to kind of share what I do, and maybe it'll shed some light on for you. They're just nice little easy tips and tricks that won't disrupt your daily routine of things, that won't drastically change what you're used to doing. They're just simple little tips and tricks to get you to a more sustainable, more earth-friendly thing. So for starters, using that reusable mug for whether it's a hot beverage or a cold beverage. I like to use Yeti just because when you put something hot in it, it stays hot for a long period of time. When you put something cold in it, it does stay cold for a long period of time. Also, metal straws. I bring these everywhere. This one came in a pack of 3, but I've seen them in packs of 6 or 10 or whatever it may be. You can find them on Amazon. These are amazing. I love metal straws. That way when I go out to like a restaurant or a bar, I kind of always refuse a straw, whether I have my metal straw with me or not. We're not 5 after all. Even if you are 5, you are perfectly capable of drinking without a straw. We are smart human beings. We can do this, guys. I also do use this coffee mug from Starbucks, and I bring it to Starbucks every time that I go to Starbucks. That way you just fill it up, and it's grande size, even though it kind of looks venti, but it is grande because the way that it is on the inside. But it does come with a little cap, that way it prevents spillage, and it's really useful and helpful. And it's glass, so I'm a big fan of glass products. Speaking of glass, I don't use plastic like the Ziploc baggies anymore. I've been using Pyrex or any type of glass container. I have glass containers going from like this small to like this big, like massive size Pyrex dishes. Even if it's not Pyrex, you can always use any type of glassware. I really recommend them just because they're super easy to clean. They don't hold smells, they don't hold stains from like pasta or turmeric. They're just really useful, and I don't see a use for little plastic baggies anymore. Going off of that, when you go to the grocery store, which I've noticed a huge shift, especially in my state, I live in Connecticut, we no longer use plastic bags when we go to the grocery store. They have paper, or you can buy the reusable bags. I use cloth bags for myself. I'm a big fan of cloth bags just because I find them more durable, they last longer. If they do get a tear in it for some reason, I can always patch it up with either, you know, thread and needle or an actual patch. And then they're just really great. Just doing that alone, you're saving so much of the earth's plastic use. Just using glass products and cloth bags in general, fantastic. Another thing is to recycle, and I feel like we have been told this our whole lives. I remember having seminars as a child in grade school about reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm a big fan of, if you can reuse it, please reuse it, because once it goes to the recycling facility, I'm not 150% sure exactly what happens to it. I have gone to a recycling facility on a field trip once, and they tell you little tidbits, but for me, I just feel like, I don't know, I don't trust all of that. So if I can reuse it, I do personally. With that being said, clothing. Fast fashion has become something that is sweeping the nation, the whole world even. You know, one thing's in style for a few months, and then something else, and then something else, and then something else. And it goes on and on and on like Inception. And just not falling into that, not buying something new every single time a new fashion comes out. And reason being is because there's so much that goes into making these clothes, whether that's water, labor, child labor even. There's certain dyes that go into the clothing. You don't know where these clothing, the material is resourced. It's just, and it's so fast, and there's no way that everyone is using the mass production that they're making. So what happens to those clothing? And there's just so much that goes into it. Clothes, say you are doing some spring cleaning, because it's spring, you're in quarantine, or even if you're not, you're just, you know, cleaning out your closet, or when you do get around to cleaning your closet, and you find some clothes that have tears in it, or you have that sock that's missing its partner, and you're like, what do I do with this? Well, there are a few different ways that you can reuse and repurpose those items of destroyed clothing. For socks, I recommend using them as wood polishing, or just like rags in general, just to clean, to dust. It's really fun to just put the sock on and like just dust, and then like you can get into small crevices. It's soothing to me because I love to clean, but it's a really great way to repurpose a sock. Another way is, say you have some tattered clothing, like some shirts that have tears in it, and you're like, I can't donate this, or I can't do this with this, so I'm just gonna throw it out. Don't just throw it out. If you have a dog, you could create a dog toy based off of your t-shirts, your old t-shirts. And a friend showed me this a while back, and it was incredible, and my dog was obsessed with the toy, and it was a really great way to repurpose it and not just get rid of it. So another thing is for your toothbrush, using bamboo. This is bamboo right here. It is said to grow at least, I think it was like 30 something inches in a day. It can grow that quickly, and they do grow quite fast. So it's better than plastic at the end of the day. As far as razors go, there are razors that are made out of bamboo, but the head is still made out of plastic. And the razor part, I do recommend getting a metal razor, and with metal razors, you're able to sharpen the blade. That way it's always sharp, and it's just, you can have it for a very long period of time, and it's just a way better alternative to plastic. If you are walking around outside on the beach, whatever it may be, and you see trash, try to pick it up, because if it's not you, it's not going to be anyone. Or if you're going to leave it up to other people, it's going to be there for a longer period of time. So if you see something, pick it up. I think it's just a nice, easy way to take care of the earth, because we have trash, it gets everywhere, let's pick it up. You know what I mean? Another way is to have plants, plant a tree, making sure that you're growing and taking care of everything. And lastly, for right now, I can go on for hours on this, I feel like, but recently what I've been starting to do is to compost. And I'm in a pretty small apartment, and there are ways to compost in a small apartment, or if you are in a condo, even if you're at home and you don't really you're not an outdoorsy kind of person, you can compost within your kitchen. And then you can also, if you want to get bigger with it, there's different ways to compost with worms, there's ways to compost outside. There's so many different ways to compost, and I've been really diving deep into it and really trying to make the world a better place, and to not leave as much of a footprint that I already have done, and just trying to create a better life for myself and a better life for others. And last thing, oh my goodness, tinfoil and plastic wrap. You can replace this. There's this product called Rappa, W-R-A-P-P-A, and it's basically this like waxy thing that kind of clings to things, and it's used as regular tinfoil is used, or plastic wrap. It's a better alternative. You can wash it. It's just better for the environment, and it's compostable. So with that being said, these are some tips and tricks. Again, I can go on for a long time. If you would like to share with me your tips and tricks, I would love to hear them as well, because sharing is how we learn from one another. So share down in the comments below and let me know how you are sustaining and how you are making the earth a better place. With that being said, love you guys. I'll see you on Sunday.